Yahabashim Yashabrakta Yahweh Shabrakatham to the Akim. Akim out there keeping his word, truth, and all sincerity, teaching down for all you saw the 2/3 his wicked kingdom and these heathens. I want to give an honor out to the elders and apostles of GMS, Great Men's Millstone, Men of Valor and DTA, Slakia. GMS is Great Millstone, Slakia. To the 1/3 men, women, and children, and to the Habaya Shah, that would die. Just want to say, Kwame Asha Allah, Lama Lam Yam. It seemed like everything is going according to plan. I just had a weird dream, man. Like this ain't even what it was about. But I wasn't even gonna make a video about the dream or nothing. But I'm already on here. I'm about to go over some stuff about the homeless people. But I just had a weird dream. I had to wake up. And, I was asking the Most High for forgiveness. Like for some mercy, because I just dreamed that I was on the streets of I was in Nevada, in Las Vegas on the strip prophesying. And I was prophesying, and it's weird because some girls came up to me and they was asking me all kinds of questions, asking me my name and stuff. And I told them, I was like, nah. They were like, what's your real name? And I was like, nah, my name is Ariel Shakur. They was just asking me all kinds of stuff, and I was like, I can't answer that stuff. So they laughed, and then out of nowhere it was like this dude came up, and he kept trying to pin me up against the wall as I'm prophesying. And I told y'all, I'm like, sometimes I'm just stronger than what I don't think or something. And I don't know if that's just something. I don't know. The Most High maybe done something to me I don't know about. But cause even I got friends that complain and stuff. They be like, man, if I pat them on the back or something, I be leaving bruises on people. But he was a big dude. He had to weigh 280 or something. He put me up against the wall kind of with his belly, and I mean, it wasn't like I was even trying to come forward. I would just step forward and back his ass up, but not trying to back him up. But I just didn't want to be pinned against the wall, And it's he kept trying to hold me there, and the Most High was already showing me yo, he's holding you here because he has a group of friends coming, they gonna jump you, and he was showing me. And finally they got there, and he was putting me, and it was this corner where it's there was a wall to the right, and then right behind me there was a wall. But I walked out and I saw behind the wall, I pushed him back, with my he's stomach to stomach, I guess. So I just pushed him back, not push him, I just stepped forward, and then his friend came out, and he pulled out a blade, and the knife popped up, and he went to stab me. And it was by my left hip. He tried to stab, and it was by my belt. And I just reached down and grabbed the knife, and I bent that shit like it was foil. And it was I bent that shit like it was foil. I bent it back all the way. And then they started punching and kicking me, And for some reason I went to the ground, and they was stomping the shit out of me, just kicking me. And I was just, screaming to Yahweh. And it was all these people was just watching. It was me by myself, because I'm always by myself. And it was just stomping the shit out of me. It was a bunch of them. It wasn't just one. It was stomping the shit out of me. And I was just screaming out to Yahweh. And I was like, Yahweh, Yahweh. And I'm balled up in the ball. And I got up. They took off running, and I got up, and I was like, is that it? I had no marks on me, nothing. I had nothing on me. And it was really, was they even stomping the shit out of me? It was that shit was crazy. But I still, I instead of waking up that spiritual power, I woke up and I asked for forgiveness, for whatever, I asked for mercy for whatever, I did in my past, because there's no reason for that to happen if I didn't do anything. And I said, I was just asking for forgiveness and praying for forgiveness for dumb shit that I didn't do in my past, because I want mercy still, even though when I got up I was I should have just fought back or just fight them. But it's I'd rather just pray and ask for forgiveness, And those people probably ran off, and I got up and started prophesying again. I was like, Them dudes running down the street, the Most High gonna put them to death, you know, so it don't even matter. But realistically, thinking about it, I should have fought back. But, and I think I don't even know if I started to, but it was just like, I don't know, but there was no markings on me at all. And I mean, they surrounded me and was stomping me. Like, they was doing everything, like trying to jump on me. There was nothing, no pain, no nothing. You know, I got up, no marks, nothing. And people was looking at me, and it was like, I mean, it probably seemed more embarrassing because I didn't fight back type stuff. But the whole thing was like, I thought about it, I was like, he allowed me to bend that knife like it was foil. And the dude was even like, what the heck? You know, so it was like, what if I would have fought back? But, you know, being humble and asking for forgiveness, you know, is a better thing, you know, because maybe one of them dudes will wake up, though, too. You know what I mean? I don't know. But I'm a fighter, though, you know, but it's like, lately, I don't know, the Most High done took that spirit, but it's still there. You know what I mean? Even when I was little, I never wanted to fight people. I always wanted to keep the peace. But if it took to that level, man, I would, like, there was people that it'd be like, I mean, I was like 6, 7 years old beating up like 14-year-olds and stuff. You know what I mean? So my mom didn't play that. She would kick me out the house and like fight them. You know? So that's what happened. You know what I mean? My mom's my mom's dad's dad was a slave, so it was no it was no joke. You know what I mean? Her grandma was straight Blackfoot. You know what I mean? Blackfoot and Chippewa Cree. You know, from Canada too. So it was just fight. You know what I mean? Like all my uncles, brothers, and sisters, they all fight. My dad's side, everybody fight. They are martial artists. So I always tried to keep the peace, but I always been a martial artist. You know what I mean? My mom always made me fight. You know what I mean? Like, man, I'm talking about fight. I've been knocking kids' teeth out since I was little. Like, you know, people would draw knives on me when I was little, and I'd just be knocking their teeth out. Like, this, I don't know. The most I give, you know, he bless your hands to war. But, you know, forgiveness is a thing to ask for, too. But this is not what I actually was coming on here about. I was coming on here because I'm trying to figure out what's going on with the homeless population if California is kicking people off the streets and stuff. So I want you guys to go ahead and go through this with me if you wanted to. So, Salakia. I appreciate y'all though. You know, the Most High will humble you, man. Like, he really will. You know, coronavirus, LA plans to protect workers, renters, and homeless. That's what I'm trying to figure out what they're doing. If they're putting people on mandatory lockdown, and in California and San Francisco, homeless. You know what I mean? We don't want to see about LA. LA ain't on complete hot lockdown. You know, this is vital to see. Look, there we go. This is what I'm talking about. This is what people passing up. You know, a homeless person in Silicon Valley died of the coronavirus Monday, the same day that a 3-week shelter in place was boarded for a San Francisco Bay Area. San Francisco Bay Area. Homeless woman in Silicon Valley encampment on December 4th. There we go, that 4. You know what I mean? 2014. Wait, why does this shit say 2014? See, that shit don't make sense. They're putting shit from 2014 with a picture with some shit that has to do with March 2020. This fucking Esau, man. Like, that's why you can't trust everything. You don't know what the fuck's really going on. Either the coronavirus is worse than what everybody think, or this shit is a fucking joke. Either they lying and it's worse than what everybody's thinking, or this is a fucking joke, because it don't make sense. It makes no sense at all. None of this shit fucking makes sense. You know, China was burning all them people. Were they burning people because of coronavirus, or were they just killing people? You know what I mean? Were they just fucking killing people because they went against the government? Like the same thing that the Most High is going to have done over here to the men of Lord where they gonna come in like a flood. They ain't coming in like no drip of water. I just talked about that in my last video. When he said he gonna speed up the time for the elect, he mean that. He really mean that. That's why this shit don't make sense to me, man. It don't make, like, this whole coronavirus, this shit don't make sense. I mean, I've been talking about this shit for over a year or something. You know, on my Twitter, I was talking about it. I was like, yo, they got a virus, you know, because the Most High gave me a dream that this ship was stuck off the coast. And nobody was able to help them. Nobody was helping them. And then a couple weeks later, some reporter, like a reporter had posted on my Twitter about it, you know, and then a couple weeks later, posted about that there was it was a ship. It was a Navy ship, and that's what I had posted. You know, my dream was, and it was stuck off the coast. And he was like, you know, he gave me the thumbs up and like the quiet, like, you know, not like quiet symbol, but like, you know, like a happy face wink type thing. Like, you know, like shit's going on, but niggas ain't talking about it type shit. So, but yeah, I'm telling you that this shit don't make sense. And a lot of the other brothers from Men in Valor, you know, GMS, a lot of people saying it ain't making sense. This shit ain't adding up. It don't make sense. How is there only one dead homeless person? This shit don't make sense. If it's that contagious, what the fuck is going on? This shit should have wiped out the whole homeless population by now already. Homeless people should be scared already. I think that dude that was running around killing all them homeless people back in 2013, chopping off their heads and shit, was doing more damage than this coronavirus. What the fuck is going on? If 189 people are infected, that shit don't make sense. Because you ain't able to shower. Man, think about it. You homeless. You should know you're gonna be the first people to get the virus. You should know this. Just like you homeless. You niggas gonna be the first people to get the RFID chip. Niggas already been doing that. Getting sent off to camps. Getting RFID chips. All kinds of shit. This shit ain't new. Army vets. Military, you should got it already. You know what I mean? I bet my sister probably got the RFID chip in her bitch ass because she acted fucking stupid as shit. I don't like that bitch no more. I never did. So it don't matter. But he reported 138 cases. This shit don't make sense. You gonna lock down a city because there was 97 cases. And you got millions of people. You gonna lock it down. Either this shit is more fire. They trying to say they trying to catch it before it take off. Bitch, this shit didn't already took off. It don't make sense. This shit don't make sense, man. It don't make sense. Why are all these jobs shut down? Why are these people fired? It don't make sense. They trying to push their agenda. That's the only thing. It's either the agenda or more people dying than what they want, and it's still the agenda. Either way, the agenda's the 100% a part of it. You know? So that's just what it is. Either way, the agenda is 100% a part of it. Either a lot of people are dying and it's the agenda, or nobody's dying and nobody's sick and it's still the agenda. But we can't say 100% that it's the agenda. No lie. You know, ain't nobody, you know what I mean? Like it says, we ain't ignorant of Satan's devices, you know? I gotta go. I'll probably go to the gym, work out a little bit. The 2 Corinthians 2:11. That armed robbery, 2:11. Least Satan should, who's Satan? It's talking about Esau. Least Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of Satan's, of his devices. Slakia. We are not ignorant of his devices. We ain't ignorant of your devices. Shit, you know, we ain't ignorant, man. Yahweh Ratazah, man, we coming down that this is the end of this bitch, though. Like, I'm sick of this place. I don't know about y'all. Are y'all sick of it? If you know what I mean? We sick of it. But let us I don't know why when I get ready to talk about the Bible, like I get this stutter or something. Like it's like the words that want to come out. It's like it won't just flow out like regular. It's like it don't want to make a mistake on what it's saying or something. Like my mind or something, you know. But sometimes it just be flowing. It's weird, man. Well, that I don't want to say it's weird, but you know that spirit. Okay, so I was listening to one of the other Akim. I think it was what is it? I think it was like retweets, GMS retweet or GMS repost, and I know one of the Akim got kicked out of his hotel, and I got to check. I've been hitting up the other Ak to see if he good. You know, I don't want to route this. Everything is good with him. But it's talking about in Oakland, they trying to set up the homeless, the hotels for the homeless shelters, for the homeless people. So evidently they ain't gonna have them out there on the streets. They should have been doing this a long time ago. Get them off the streets. Get them off the streets. I mean, you gotta think if there's shit and stuff all over the ground, poop, all kinds of stuff. How in the heck can the coronavirus not be spreading? It's got to be in the shit, the fecal matter, all kinds of stuff. You know what I mean? Like it's got to spread like crazy. I'm just trying to find. I ain't reading nothing like that. I'm trying to find something to see why there's not that many homeless people that have died from the coronavirus. Because this shit just does not fucking make sense to me. They're ordered to stay home in the Bay Area, but the homeless people on the streets. Cities worry about homeless population, coronavirus. There we go. That's what. Let's get the real. Somebody put out the real. These niggas is fake. It don't make sense. Why is the homeless population not dying? Then evidently the cure for the coronavirus, just like I said, the cure for the flu was crack. It gotta be crack. Because you know why? You don't ever see a crackhead with the flu. How many crackheads with the coronavirus? Them niggas walking too fast. I mean, this shit just don't make no fucking sense. It don't make sense. And it could be, and literally Coke could be the cure for this shit. Because I have cocoa leaf tea. And it actually, that's why I tell you there's a left-hand side and a right-hand side to everything. Cocaine, cocoa leaf tea, it's the same shit. You drink it as a tea, just like marijuana, you drink it in a tea. But a lot of y'all be like, nope, don't do that. You know what it does to you? You know, it actually heals your stomach, man. It actually heals nausea. You got to learn these herbs. You know what I mean? The Most High don't put stuff here that you ain't supposed to use. In some form of another, it's supposed to be used. Just like they call that stuff that you run in gives you the rash. It's like some kind of weed. I can't remember, but everything's used for something. You know what I mean? So possibly, usually when you have an infection or something, it starts in your nose, but everything has to deal with your stomach. Your stomach has to be healed. Your feet matter. You got an infection on your feet, you got to heal that shit. That's where most sickness comes through. Niggas be walking around barefoot. That's why a lot of these homeless people should be sick already. That's why this shit does not fucking make sense to me. And a lot of y'all probably like, well, how do you know this stuff, man? I used to work in the hospitals. I worked hospice, all that shit. But I always felt like I was like a healer. You know, since I was little, I always learned about herbs and praying for people and shit like that. But you know, well, I really started learning about herbs a lot more as I got older. But I always was into like, no, I don't want to drink soda. I drink water. You know, I'm a natural healer type stuff. You know what I mean? But this shit just don't make sense to me. You know what I mean? Like Esau, and this and a lot of Aki, I'm gonna let y'all know. This is what doesn't make sense to me. A lot of you will run to these doctors for the same thing as what, like, let's say you'll run to a doctor to get a pill. Do you know what's in that pill? Fucking cocaine, heroin, whatever the fuck is in there, plus whatever they put in there. So evidently, the plant is where you should just go. Because he says the herbs of the field are for the healing of the nation. Right? So, you know, the herbs of the field will be for the meat, for your meat. Eating vegetables and fruits. That's why I thought yesterday when I went to the Walmart and everybody snatched up all the bullshit ass water, all the bullshit ass meat, all the bullshit ass toilet paper, whatever else is bullshit they took. You know what I mean? They fighting over bullshit. They left all the fruits, all the vegetables. But if it was packaged and processed, they took that shit. I walked around and I did a video. I was like, see, you need to get these garlic cloves. I eat garlic by itself every day. You gotta be careful though. It could burn a hole in your stomach for some of y'all weaker stomach ass niggas. You know what I mean? That's not me. I just chew that shit. I don't give a fuck. It burn the shit out your mouth. So what I suggest you doing is eating it with something. You know what I mean? Like take a bite of something, a cucumber, eat a bite. Do that shit. You know why? Because it's gonna cure you. And for you men that ain't getting so hard anymore, having erectile dysfunctions and stuff, that should help you out. You need to eat oatmeal. Oatmeal cleans out your veins. See, this is why, man, I be trying to teach people, man. Like, I've been teaching people for a long time. They go to these gyms and martial arts, and then people will be like, don't mess with Aria. He different, Aria Shakur. But then they come over to me and they start learning, and I teach them, and then they don't have diabetes no more. And then they was like, man, I could never had a six-pack. Now you got a six-pack. Niggas write me letters to be like, hey, can you come back to Vegas to teach? Nah, I'm good. Like, I don't, y'all, like, these niggas do all this shit for the money, but they ain't healing nobody, man. I be trying to tell them. These herbs, oatmeal, eat that shit raw. You know what I mean? If you gotta walk around with a handful and just eat a pot, eat that shit. Just carry some water. Your shit gonna choke the shit out of you. But eat like a bowl of, man, if your veins is clogged up, man, only eat oatmeal. Eat oatmeal in the morning for breakfast. Eat oatmeal, matter of fact, eat oatmeal in the morning for breakfast with 2 eggs. Eat oatmeal at night with broccoli, garlic, and some chicken breast. Don't be eating no chicken wings, especially you men. You know what I mean? If you ain't getting no erection or you feel like you smaller than you should be or whatever, chicken breast, man. Get the Tyson, store it on the George Foreman, whatever. You don't even need to eat that, really. You could just do the broccoli and the boiled eggs. Why? Because in oatmeal, you have arginine. It's going to clean your veins and it's going to open up your veins. And all those little packets of little oil buildups and bullshit you got, that shit's going to get fucking torn out. It's going to eat up. You should be eating green apples. You should be eating green apples. And every time you eat, you should be drinking a bottle of water. This whole bullshit, how they got people, wait all day to eat. Okay, what's the difference? You're doing intermediate fasting. Bitch, don't eat after 6. When you go to bed, that's intermediate fasting. Your body's naturally fasting. When you wake up, eat that fucking breakfast. You fucking stupid. Everybody trying to follow these damn challenges. Oh, I don't eat all day for 18 hours, 60 hours. Bitch, it's the same fucking thing. You go to bed at 6 or 8 o'clock, don't eat. If you get hungry at night, brush your motherfucking teeth. Take away that hunger. If you get hungry at night, eat a green apple. Green apples eat the fat around your stomach. And guess what? For you men, guess what? Heals erection, right? Why does it sound like everything heals the erection? Why? Because it's healing your brain at the same time. Because that's mostly where your problem's coming from. But guess why you have brain problems? Because you're not eating correct and getting actual nutrients that you need. See, damn, I done went off from the homeless to this. But have you ever noticed why homeless people still could drink and still be skinny? They drinking shitty ass beer that's fucking up their liver. Why you get fat? Because you drinking all this beer with all this yeast in it. I like IPA, but IPA put a lot of fat up on me. But guess what? You want to lose weight, you want to still drink, and you want to still get your muscle, guess what you should be drinking? Non-yeast, non-GMO alcohol. Jameson. Stuff that comes from herbs. Jameson. Don't got no yeast up in it. Guess what? You should be drinking Jose Cuervo Gold. Comes straight from the, I can't remember what the name of it is. It's like a cactus. But it's not a cactus. It's something like that. You know what I mean? It's a Avogo, some blue, whatever. Avogo, I can't say it right now. But these are drinks you could drink. And you might not even get drunk. And you'd be like, why am I not getting drunk or that buzz feeling? Because the feeling that you actually get when you feel that shit in your head and your body is because of yeast. It's because of yeast. All that shit you feel in your skin's all broke out, it's because of yeast. Your fucking head's all fucked up. It's because of yeast. It's because you eating this fucking bread. Because you eating bread. You wonder why you fat? Because you eating bread. You're eating bread. Most of you are O blood type, especially you Hebrews. Most of you are O, from the natives to the so-called Mexicans and the so-called black people, and a lot of you so-called white people. That's why I keep telling you, a lot of you white people with that O blood, that comes from original. A lot of y'all better check your background, because a lot of y'all Israelites too. You know what I mean? A lot of y'all are. But I mean, some of y'all clones, you know what I mean? Y'all know what y'all did. Just because you got it don't mean that you came from your mother. You know what I mean? They ain't from your father. But that old blood, that go back. That's what I keep trying to tell y'all. You should be eating off your blood type. If you got that AB shit or that A, man, I'm telling. If you A, you got European blood. A lot of people are like, oh, you shouldn't go by blood type. Man, I'm telling you, the shit matters. And why would it not matter if you ever need a blood transfusion? You ain't supposed to be taking from certain people, right? But I don't have to say you don't ever need that, you know. But back to what I was saying. Man, don't trip on eating sugar. You should eat sugar. You should be eating fats. That's where you get your energy from, is your fats. Why? You're supposed to eat a lean meal and fats. Avocados. You got a sweet tooth for sugar. Eat oranges. The vitamin C actually makes you absorb whatever you eating faster into your body. The vitamin C in lemons. You're supposed to put lemons in all your water. Why? What does lemons do? Do you know that lemons actually help kill tumors? You're supposed to, matter of fact, if you got tumors in your body, you should be on a high fructose diet. Not fructose, this bullshit that's in your drink. Like, yeah, I'm on a high fructose diet. I'm drinking high C every day. I'm drinking Sunny Delight. I'm drinking high fructose corn syrup. Nah, not that shit. I'm talking about fruit. You should be eating a lot of watermelons with the citrulline to open up what? The veins. To open up that fresh blood. See, they don't teach you that to kill like diseases and stuff, you need to create more white blood cells. Get your ass up and go walk. Most people are sick because they sitting down. That depression will kill you. Get your ass up and go walk. Walk your ass 45 minutes a day. Get your ass up. If you can barely walk, walk. If you can't walk, walk. Figure your shit out. Walk. That's the whole part of healing, is getting up, having faith. The mustard seed. Get your ass up and go. That's a part of it. You should be eating a lot of fucking lemons every day. Killing tumors. Kill them shits. Lemons. Put some baking soda up in your shit. You should be taking I'm not a doctor, nothing like that, But like the Bible says, we understand science. You should be taking on an empty stomach when you wake up. Well, not with the tumors, but just for everybody else that's having issues, man. You should be taking like some fucking honey, raw honey, in the morning. Get yourself some energy. You don't really need an energy drink. Chop up some garlic, put that up in there. That's why, because the garlic gonna clean out your blood vessels, thin out your blood vessels, so your blood flow a little bit better. And guess what that honey is? That's sugar. So if you got tumors or cancer cells, and you mix that with some baking soda, you did a little teaspoon of that in the morning on an empty stomach. Dang, the cancer cells are going to attack that sugar. What's baking soda do? Dang, baking soda kills cancer. Don't it? That's interesting. Dang, what about AIDS? Let's think about that. AIDS can't survive in oxygen. How do you oxygize? How do you how do you let's say oxenside, because you're gonna you're gonna oxygenate the inside of your body. How do you do that? Alkaline, right? All these shits are bacterias, man. Ain't no such thing as no fucking virus. There's only bacterias, man. There's only bacterias. It's all bacteria. Bacteria cause an infection. Clean out the bacteria, you good. Oxygenate, oxidize. You should be getting your minerals, some sea moss, some bladderwrack. Mix some stuff up. Should be eating kale. You should be eating a lot. Man, you should be eating greens, cabbage. Not everything you gotta cook, man. Like for me, I got a stove and shit, but I got to buy propane. But I ain't gonna stop me from eating. If I got to the point where I was so tired of not being able to eat my oatmeal because I'm at work and like trying to get water and like niggas is dirty, so I just start eating the shit out the bag and drinking water. That's it. Get your oatmeal. Clean out all that oil out your ass. You know what I mean? People say you can't heal from liver cirrhosis. Yes, you can. Don't be believing them doctors. Them niggas is witches. Remember, they wear a lab coat and a hat. What do witches wear? A fucking lab coat and a hat. What's the difference? Fly around on a broom. What them motherfuckers, what them doctors be running around on? They got their broom too. They call them Mercedes. But I'm just saying, man, like, everything curable. There ain't no such thing as no curable. And if you can't cure it that way, you ever heard that saying, fake it till you make it? You need to believe that you heal until you heal. As a mind thinketh, so shall it be. You know what I mean? As a man thinketh, so shall he be. You fake it till you make it. Just like a lot of these rappers faking it till they make it. But they made it in the wrong way. So all that fakeness is going to drop. But yeah, you fake it till you make it. You know? It's like being like the gray man. You act like you belong there and people think you belong there. So you act like you healed. You know? I be hurting when I do push-ups. I act like I'm not hurting. And next you know, I do push-ups, more push-ups. Now I feel better. You just got to keep going, man. You got to fake it till you make it. If you put the stress on something, then that's what you're going to be dealing with. You know what? Take that stress and put that stress on something good. Put that stress on your how about Shimmy outside. Let him deal with that stress. You know? I totally got off. I don't even know how I'm going to name this. But it was about the homeless population. But, man, the healing's about to be here anyway. You know what I mean? Because the most high Yahweh say he don't like things unevenly yoked. So the more this destruction come, the more this healing come. You know? The more they come after us like a flood, they know we're going to get lifted up. So, realistically, all we doing is waiting. Shalom, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai Barakathon.